Good afternoon, YouTube. So I made it past where I stopped last week, kind of around the corner. There was just a whole series of down trees like this, but like bigger trees, but they've all fallen from the upper road bank and then fallen down over the road. And there was maybe I don't know, 8 or 10 trees, just one after another. Luckily, they're all dry, so you can break the branches, but it took me like half an hour to go maybe 50 feet just around the corner. I kind of went up the bank and then around one or two of the worst trees. But yeah, I got down here, and this is the first sign of anything other than the road. There's looks like some old redwood timbers here. Pretty rotten. But yeah, we're getting down into the creek here. You can see the creek channel down there, and that's the other side of the canyon. So I'm going to see if I can get up here, at least up to the creek crossing. I've got about 15 minutes more before I got to turn around today. Okay, yeah, I made it down that last little section and get down here, and there's an old Budweiser can. So yeah, it hasn't been too long. It's not a super old can. Got the pop top. So yeah, somebody's been down here. And then I believe there's another car up here. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, this is the creek right here. This is where the road makes a U-turn. So let me see if I can get over. This is the kind of tree I was talking about, although this one is still alive, so you can't break the branches out. But yeah, maybe I can get up under it and get over and take a look at that car real quick. Okay, yeah, I was able to get around under that down tree. And yeah, here's the switchback. And you got the road continuing. Looks about the same in here. Probably down trees, a little bit of brush. Yeah, no, they didn't have a culvert there. Looks like they did have some rock piled up. And then, I'm not sure what that is. Looks like maybe some metal. Might have a chance to get down this road. But up here, this is interesting. I don't know, there ain't much left of this thing. Wow, wonder what this was. Yeah, there's the dash. And then over here, yeah, kind of the same thing on the dash side over there. Wow. Looks like they just maybe had the frame, front seat, and they'd cut off the rest of the vehicle. Kind of set up like a buggy. They had like a hoop in front with a headlight on it. Yeah, it was probably a pickup. Looks like a pickup frame. Yeah, so this was probably somebody's little rig for running around on the roads up here. Yeah, that looks homemade. It's like some electrical conduit, and then they basically strapped a couple of headlights on the front. There's not much left of that to ID it. See, they'd cut off the right behind the A-pillars. So you had that, and then they probably just left sheet metal over the top. So yeah, this is probably somebody's little truggy, like you would call it a truggy today, where you take a truck pickup and kind of take the bed off and just make a little buggy for rock crawling. Here it was dirt roads. So let's see, that is wrecked car number 6 up here. I was not expecting that. See if I can get a closer look at the headlight there. Yeah, yeah, somebody just bolted on looks like a piece of electrical conduit. They bent a hoop in the front and probably strapped on. Yeah, there's some screws where they bolted the headlight on. I don't see any tags on the front, VIN numbers, or oh, what is this here? Yeah, I don't see anything there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any numbers there. Oh, what's this? There we go. Bingo. We found something here. I'll see if I can get a better picture of that. Body by Fisher. General Motors Chevrolet. There's a Chevy pickup. So yeah, let me get a picture of that with my phone, get a higher res picture, and then maybe I can look at that on the big screen. So yeah, it's a Chevy pickup. Wow. Yeah, this might be the original Truggy. Somebody cut the back off. Or not even the whole cab. It was just the windshield, the seat, front seat, and the frame. Wow, this is really pretty up here. I was not expecting that at all. At least it's fairly shaded in here. That's what I was hoping. The sun is up there. We're middle of April here, Easter Sunday, and the sun doesn't get down here very much. That's promising because that would mean there's less chance of real heavy brush growing down this road. Okay, well I got to turn around and get myself out of here. This is, yeah, over 1.5 miles. That was hard, but I think it was worth it. Yeah, I've got to make my way back up there and get back to the bike. Yeah, that one would be hard to guess. But yeah, that's got to be somebody's bashing around buggy up here. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what year that truck is, because that would tell when this road was last drivable with a vehicle. You wouldn't get down it now. As always, thanks for watching.